Look at that. Clean garage. Never before seen on this YouTube channel is a clean garage. I took last week off to just recover from TX2K. TX2K was a blast. It was the trip of a lifetime. It was more than I could have ever imagined. And the caveat is that I did not get very much content with this thing. I was so focused on living in the moment down there, I couldn't bring myself to film. It's been my dream for so long to just go to this event and experience not only the event was really fun, but the nighttime stuff, the roll races, the dig races, that's really what I wanted to go there for. Mexico nights are really what I enjoy doing here, and we don't have nearly the car scene that they have down in DFW or Mexico. Everyone really seemed to love the car though. I was getting a whole bunch of compliments on the color matched beadlock rings. People really like those. And it seems like whenever I pop the hood, everyone could not stop looking at the turbo. It was like, I get it. I understand, because I'm the same way. I see it and I'm like, holy shit, is that really mine? But yeah, no, this looks insane. I met a whole bunch of really cool people down there. I think that people think that this car is a lot faster than what it actually was. I was getting invited to a whole bunch of like private 900 plus horsepower meets that it was like, I'm a little out of place there, but it was so much fun. I do have a little bit of content from the trip that I want to throw down. It's like a mini vlog, I guess. Next time I'm just gonna have to get a filmer and just have them follow me around, because I don't want to pick up the phone and not live in the moment down there. That's like, it's a Super Bowl of car events for me. So yeah, I'm gonna throw in those clips here, and then we're gonna go for a drive and explain the future plans for next year and kind of the path I'm taking. Good morning. It's just before 5 a.m. on Thursday, and I'm getting my backpack and my suitcase into the car so I can take off here. I made a last minute game time decision to not take the extra set of wheels and just rock these beadlocks. So we'll see if that pans out to be the better decision of the two. Just with how bald the rears on the other ones were, I just figured it'd be safer just to bring these. They have more tread. We are packed, ready to rock and roll. Got some ethanol for the road, so maybe we can do some revisions on the way down there. Day bag, tools, floor jack, tools, camera bag, camera gear stuff. And I'm about to go pack the cooler with the fridge and get on the road by 5 a.m. to get down to my hotel by check-in at 3 p.m. I didn't even go to sleep until 1 a.m. so I don't know, I'm like 3.5 hours of sleep. Gotta get an energy drink for me, get some breakfast. Excited to hit the road. Just made the first stop in Oklahoma City at a quick trip. Got a little snack to keep me going. Rocking with cheddar cheese and salami. And premium 91 here is only $2.88. So I'm gonna fill up on a full tank here. I should be able to make it all the way to Dallas on this tank, and then I'll fill up back with E so we can do some more revisions with David. So kind of getting settled in the hotel room right now. Got my clothes and stuff on this bed. Evan doesn't show up until tomorrow. Then over here, got the floor jack, some extra shoes, tools, fuel, helmet, 4 cookies, clothes, like I said, cooler full of drinks. This is the room setup. Nothing fancy, enough to get by. The bathroom check going. I actually love these mirrors that Hilton has. Shower, pretty standard. I need a shower so bad, but yeah. Next up on the agenda is to go get some food. I'm famished right now, so I need to go get some food. I need to take a shower, and then I'll probably go find somewhere to wash the car. That's a wrap on day one. Holy, it is, what time is it? It is 3 a.m. I just got back to the hotel room. I didn't really film much tonight. Tonight was just kind of soaking in the experience, which was kind of cool to do, not worry about like filming stuff. We'll get to film stuff for the rest of the weekend, but that was a really cool experience. I ended up meeting the owner of HTG, Yusuf, as well as his head tech, and they're both awesome. They kind of took me under their wing tonight and invited me to the big boy meets. So went over to a 900 horsepower meet, a 900 horsepower private exclusive meet, which is cool to experience. I might be on a 1320 video getting walked by a McLaren, which is I'm okay with that. You know, McLaren 240, what, he has 200 grand extra into that car, so I'm okay with being within a few cars of him. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, gonna meet up with some people that are from Kansas City as well. Gonna get some breakfast and cruise out to TX2K, the event. So I'll pick it up there in the morning. So I'm completely sunburned right now. I haven't showed up though. We are at a roll race meet right now. There's a lot of cool cars here. Notably, Mr. Boosted Lonzo over here. Got a clean ass MSO 720S. Night 3 of the Texas streets right now. We're at a roll race meet. Bunch of cars here. Twin turbo R8. Streets are active. Belix on all 4 corners. 610-4 perf, 1600 horsepower R8. Cold start action. This is also new. I have a phone monitoring certain parameters, trans temp, timing corrections, boost, ethanol content, IATs. So we're actually gonna go up to E50. We're gonna go to the gas station really quick. Get that filled up so we can send a new log over to David. But we'll let this warm up for a sec and then head on our way. Yeah, as I was saying before, it was a trip of a lifetime, and I can't even put it into words. It was so much more than I even expected. I had really high expectations, and it was a blast. I did get a few races in. Unfortunately, we did not come out on top on any of them. People are not joking when they say Texas cars are on a different level. And I honestly don't even think either of the cars I raced are from Texas. One of the cars I raced was from Colorado. It was a 340, same turbo as me, the 6870, and he's ridiculously fast. He's a rear-wheel drive, still stock trans as well, but he's putting it down, dude. I don't know how that stock trans is holding together. And then the other car I raced was a McLaren GT. It was tuned, injectors, downpipes, I think intakes as well. So it's like, makes more power than me, weighs 800 pounds less than me. I can't hate on that. But I will say, there's a lot of people down there. I feel like a lot of people in other car communities kind of gatekeep information. I've had so many positive interactions with other BMW owners and shops and stuff like that. There's a super nice couple from Las Vegas. I think, I can't remember. I think it's Alan and Kristen. Don't hate me if I'm wrong on that. Super nice people. They have B58s, S58s. They're tuned all like top mount turbos and stuff. They were super knowledgeable about the platforms and were willing to share their expertise on what has worked for them and kind of their opinions on stuff, which I appreciate. I always appreciate an alternative perspective on certain stuff. I have probably 3 or 4 people a day DM me on Instagram and ask questions about my videos, which I really enjoy. I enjoy answering the questions. I have no issue doing it. So if you guys do have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. I don't pretend to know it all. But another huge shout out to the people at HTG Performance. They're out of Cali in LA, and it was the first meet I went to down there. I didn't know anyone. It was a roll race meet. They pulled up next to me. They brought their shop M2 out there. The top mount single turbo S58 car that they have, that thing's ridiculous. Built motor, built trans. And they were just super welcoming and super nice to talk to. I had a long conversation with the lead tech over there, and he's super knowledgeable dude. Was really willing to point me in the right directions on certain stuff and kind of give me his experience as he's been doing this for a while. The car performed really well though, down in Texas. Yeah, we're kind of maxing out the fuel system as it sits right now with S58 injectors and the high pressure fuel pump. So next step, I could either take one of 2 routes. I could either go a high lift fuel cam or I can go port injection. My tuner wants me to go with the fuel cam. I'm sort of leaning towards port injection just because I don't want to necessarily deal with any of the cam walk issues that Gen 2s have. And I just feel like for the money and my goals, I want to push this much further, and I'd rather just have the port injection system set up for when I go built motor. I'm not opposed to doing the fuel cam when I do the built motor, but I think it's a lot of labor for not minimal gains, but kind of the power numbers I want to be at. I'm going to have to get port injection regardless, unless I upgrade the high pressure fuel pump and the injectors again. But next step is going to be upgrading the transmission. I have decided on a company. I talked with the team over at ATS down in Texas when I was at TX2K, and Applied Torque Solutions was super awesome, willing to help me out. And I'm going to be doing their DIY Stage 2 kit with some upgraded pieces in there. I haven't decided which ones I'm doing just yet, and I will be doing a high stall Circle D converter. I think I'll be one of the first creators to actually be doing the DIY kit on YouTube. So if you want to see how that's done, obviously go ahead and subscribe so you can see that when I do drop it. But it should be in the next, I'd say in the next 2 months, I should have a video coming out on how to build your own transmission. It will be a pretty lengthy video just to be in depth as much as possible. They do have a DIY guide on their page, but I'm a visual learner. I need to see it being done. I know some other people out there are like that as well. Some people have messaged me and said that they really appreciate how I film my videos because they can follow along and it's easy to understand. I don't skip any steps necessarily when I'm doing it. So if you want to see that trans built be done on YouTube here, go ahead and drop a subscribe and let me know what you guys think about that. She's rowdy. She is really rowdy. The difference between like 22 PSI and 27 PSI is ridiculous. It is such a riot now. It just picks up top end and does not stop pulling. I can't even like really get on it because we're still messing with some stuff. But sorry, David, I did erase it a little bit in Texas there. I'm hoping 1320 drops their video soon. I should be in there twice on 2 separate races, which would be awesome. I joked about that with my buddies before going down. It's like, what if I got on 1320? And I've been watching them for so many years, probably 9 years, and it turns out like one of the races that I had, I wasn't even intending to race. I just went out to spectate Yusuf racing in his M2, and this McLaren GT pulled up next to me and a 1320 camera swung out the window, and I was like, well, I can't not race it, right? Like, it's going to be on video, so I don't know if that one will get in there. I kind of got waxed by that car quite a bit, but I'm hoping that at least the runs with Cole and the 340, that would be awesome to see making the video. at 34% ethanol, only because I was driving around last night and I didn't have time to make it over to the E station, so I just had to fill up on 91. I was at E50, so I'm just gonna add like 6 gallons. See if that'll get me up to E50. Start this up and see what this content's at once we drive around a little bit. Look how cheap that ethanol is. $2.04 for E85. Now it's not true E85 because it really tested like E75, but that's I think they're still on a winter blend. Usually it's around E80 in the summertime, which is pretty nice. Honestly, it's always less than like $2.50. Back when COVID was happening, it was like less than $2. It was like $1.70, I'm pretty sure, which is just crazy. But yeah, I'm actually heading over to my my grandma's right now. She wants me to come and pick up my birthday present. Oh yeah, today's my birthday. March 24th. That's my birthday. And I was slacking last week, so I can't take off my birthday. I'm only letting myself miss two uploads this entire year. So one of them was last week to recover from TX2K. I don't have an excuse this week, so let's get back to it. Let's see what our ethanol content's at. We're at E47 so far, E48, E49. I have a feeling we're gonna pass that. E50. Yeah, we probably overshot it a little bit. But as far as next year's plans go, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's been happening behind the scenes over the last like week and a half since I got back. And even while I was down there's a couple things that I'm trying to work on behind the scenes to make a reality and get the car back down there for TX2K25. I do want to compete next year, but my plan, there will be a more official announcement in the coming weeks, but I'm working on setting up a business and that I can start a shop, start working on these cars and start building up these cars for other people as well in my local area, because there's a huge gap in our performance shops around here that work on German cars. They're just not able to keep up, and it's honestly a shit show with their workload. It's really embarrassing, honestly. The lack of communication with these shops to the customers and the customer service, it's honestly horrible. We'd have to be trying and pushing people away to not get any business. It's insane how many people would rather go to a different shop than them, but there's still a lot of logistics like shop space, equipment, stuff like that. I have a lot of the tools, but there's a lot of stuff I don't have. I do not have a lift. I do not have, other stuff that would, oh my God, just roasted the clutch on that Dodge. Yeah, it's kind of gloomy out today. I don't know. It's kind of sucky. I don't know what I'm going to do today for my birthday. I'm going to go grab this and then probably going to take myself out to lunch. Everyone's at work. I don't have work on Mondays. So I'll probably go grab myself some lunch and then edit this video, put it out. There are a few other events that I do want to try out this year. Impact being the first one. I want to go to Impact in Pennsylvania. I do want to go to FL2K. One of the dudes I met down there, he has a Z. It's like 1,000 horsepower Z. It's fucking ridiculous. And he wants me to come out to FL2K. I don't know. I just want to start traveling around to some more events. Oh, I'm going to be going to Slammed Enough Gatlinburg this year. I wanted to go last year. Didn't end up working out scheduling wise, but I do want to get into different style of car events, if that makes sense. Like I'm used to a lot of the drag racing stuff, but haven't really, can you fucking get over, you piece of shit? I've gone to a lot of the drag racing stuff, and I'll be going to Street Car Takeover, that sort of stuff, but I haven't really gotten to go to any like stance meets or any other like autocross. That bird was, I almost killed that one. I probably can't say that on YouTube. So Slammed Enough Gatlinburg, I heard that's one of the good ones to go to. I have a few friends going out there. But yeah, let me know if there's any other events that I'm missing. I just got here, so I'm gonna go grab this thing really quick, and I'll be right back with y'all. Just now leaving. Did end up getting the Milwaukee tire inflator, the M12. Super excited about that. What the fuck are you doing in my lane? So gonna run back home right now and get that unboxed really quick. I do still need to get some draggies once I'm able to go balls to the wall. I should be only like one revision away. I do like how thorough David is about making sure all the revisions are good to go before you'll get on it too hard. But yeah, I need to get some draggy clips of this thing still. If I had to guess, I'd probably say low 6s, 60 to 130, and probably a high 10-second quarter mile. I don't know how comfortable I feel launching this thing yet. With the stock trans. I'll make you guys a deal here. When I get the transmission kit ordered, like when it's on the way to my house, I will launch the car just so I know I have a backup in case it starts to slip, because I don't want to be driving around on a hurt transmission. There's a pink and purple Jeep and a CA at the same. This CA just flew up on me. I think he wants to smoke, so we're about to give it to him. CA didn't want none. I tried. But I still have this pink and purple Jeep in front of me. Just made it back home. Gonna get this puppy unboxed here. This is the M12 tire inflator by Milwaukee. I do have both M18 and M12 stuff, but for the size of this, I don't need it to be huge, and I don't need it to inflate it the fastest. It just needs to work, right? Open. Yeah, so now I can bring this out and I can lower the tire pressure when I'm out racing, and then I can inflate it back up to where it needs to be for driving back home. I don't know. And I guess it doesn't hurt to have in the car, right? So, as far as I know, you just connect one of these batteries. There's a power button. And obviously this works with any of the M12 lineup. You could use one of the small ones or the bigger ones. I assume you just set your PSI that you want it to go to. So let's do 30. I assume mine are probably at like 29-ish right now, if I had to guess. The wheels are dirty. Just thread this on there. So we're at 28 PSI right now. All right, that was pretty simple. That honestly didn't take that long at all. That is a cool tool to add. Cool tool, that rhymes. That is a cool tool to add to the collection. It's a dope birthday present. It's just one of those things, it's like, I kind of buy everything that I ever want. So I'm kind of hard to shop for, so. But that was one of the things I hadn't ever bought for myself. I have the air compressor, so it's not something that I necessarily need, but it's definitely cool to have. But that is going to do it for this week. I don't have anything else for you guys. Kind of a boring video, but one that needed to be made just to address the thing that we've been preparing for since I started this channel was TX2K. And we did it. The car did phenomenally. Couldn't have gone any better in my opinion. I'm so excited for next year. Excited to make some of these announcements in the coming weeks. If you stuck around this far, please consider subscribing. Lets me know that what I'm doing is not worthless and that people are actually enjoying it. So, all right, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.